Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Canada's Movie and TV Hosers. I'm your host, Gregory Barrett, and with me as always is my lovely wife, Christine.
Hi everybody.
So we are up to episode 4 now?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Fourth episode.
Okay.
We'll lose count soon.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, don't pay any attention to our front row audience member here. Apparently Wade Wilson stopped by and he's keeping an eye on us there.
Yeah. This is in the way. People can't see you properly. Anyway.
It's Wade Wilson. So, what would you want to start out with? Do you want to start out with reviews or do you want to jump right into the news?
Let's go into the news. What news do you have?
Okay. Do you want to start with, do you have some news for us today?
I do have some news. I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
Unless this is in your news. We never discussed what our news is. The Crown.
Yep.
Season 5 drops tonight.
Yeah, that was in my news.
Oh, was it in your note? Well, this is going to get very interesting because this season is all about the 90s when everything went awry
and everyone got divorced
and horriblest happened. Yeah, and basically, and it's causing a lot of controversy already. And it's caused John Major, the former British Prime Minister, has written something that it was basically cruelly unjust and damaging.
Because they made it so dramatic.
Well, what is her name? Dame Judi Dench also was criticizing it. But, so Netflix has put a disclaimer on it now that it's fictional.
Yes, we know it's fictional.
Right. But however, people are saying if the royal family would be more transparent, people wouldn't have to make this stuff up and make guesses and just guess what's happening. Because that's what we've all had to do in the world over these past few years with all these things going on. None of it is clear. They don't give clear communication as to what has happened. So she was like Charles and Diana and all that controversy. And so people are going to make it up because it's been many years now and they've never cleared the air about it. So the crowd is having
great show
fun.
Though.
They've got a lot of material.
Yeah. Well, you've enjoyed watching the first 4 seasons?
Yes, we really enjoyed it. Now, I'm always a more royal watching person. You never really were into what was going on with the royal family, but I think
we need
now
to move on with the
you
news.
feel familiar. Okay, well, that's the news.
Okay.
The Crown tonight.
That's your news. So I got a whole bunch of news. So, according to Geek Vibes Nation, this week Black Adam has earned over $319.7 million worldwide at the box office.
And that's total. That's not just for this week, right? That's
total.
Weeks.
Okay, and that's as of Sunday, November 6th, as of last weekend there.
So they broke even now?
I don't know. I think they're going to continue making these movies anyway, because this is put out by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has had a shift in management, let's say, because they were bought by Discovery.
Oh, okay.
So this was made under the old regime, this Black Adam movie that we had a great time with. It was fun. Can't say you didn't have fun.
Parts. It had fun characters and not so fun characters.
It still probably needs to make another $100 million to be profitable.
Okay, well it's got time.
But
however,
I still think they're going to keep on.
Competitor.
So, from the direct, we got news about whole kinds of new cast members joining the Acolyte series, the Star Wars Disney Plus show that's coming.
The Acolyte.
Yeah, it's about a Sith. It's about a Sith acolyte.
Oh.
So it's got a bunch of people in it that we know about.
Okay, who's in it?
So let's see. So Amanda Stenberg, we've seen her in a bunch of things there. Carrie-Anne Moss, she's Canadian, I believe.
Oh, she is.
So Daphne Keane was in talks to join, so apparently she is joining.
She's from His Dark Materials.
Yes, also from one of the best comic book movies ever, Logan. Daphne Keane played X-23.
Okay.
That was a little girl.
Yes, I know. She's young.
She was great. If you haven't seen the movie Logan from 2018, I think it was, or 2019, check out Logan. I might review it sometime, but...
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite one. I liked the other one about his life.
Okay, there was a rumor that was reported by The Direct. Sony had talks with both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to appear in the Across the Spider-Verse movie that's coming up next year.
Another time where they're going to appear.
Yeah, as it's animated, I'm guessing that they would just be doing voice acting.
Oh.
So the two of them might show up as well, in addition to them both popping up in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
Which is like the 5th biggest movie of all time now.
And for those who don't know, those were previous actors who had played Spider-Man. So all 3 actors who have recently played Spider-Man were in that movie, and it was very popular.
Yeah, you got Tobey Maguire from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie.
He's my favorite.
Andrew
Spider-Man.
Garfield from the Amazing Spider-Man series, and then you got.
Favorite?
I don't know if he's my favorite. That's a good question, though.
It's a bit too goofy.
He was a really good Peter Parker. No, he was a really good Spider-Man because he was always he was a real smart mouth. So he was really good at that. So his Spider-Man was really good. I didn't really believe his Peter Parker because he's got that hair. Okay, I didn't
really do it.
He
for
just
me.
Had too much of the cool guy hair.
I liked the Tobey Maguire, and that's why a lot of the movie was about that, talking about what Spider-Man people really liked.
Fair enough. Anyway, so the upcoming Across the Spider-Verse animated movie is coming out next year. I'm looking forward to that. I think we talked about it last week too. Oh, good news for you. Marvel Studios has confirmed that the Eternals will return. Okay? And Kumail Nanjiani reported to the Direct that he doesn't know if he'll return as Kingo, so he doesn't know yet.
Because it sucked, and he realizes when he saw it how bad it was, and he's like, I don't want to be part of that anymore.
No, I think that means that he hasn't been contacted by them yet for when he'll be reappearing.
He was the less wooden of them all, so he's not wooden enough, so therefore he's
great.
fired.
He was great in the Eternals.
It was terrible. The Eternals was terrible.
No, it was really good.
So I stamped on the Eternals.
Okay. Another new movie, Smile. Have you seen it yet?
No, it's too scary for me.
I haven't seen it yet either. I want to.
Scary ones.
It has passed 200 million worldwide.
Okay, and I bet you it wasn't that expensive to make, like Black
Adam. On a
Adam.
budget of 17 million.
Yay!
And here's the thing: it was originally supposed to be released on Paramount Plus directly.
Oh, they were going to not release it in the movie.
So instead, let's put it into theaters, and 200 million they've made off of a 17 million budget.
Scary movie at Halloween didn't have much competition. That one that you had saw about the devil, that didn't sound like it was much competition.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
People want to be scared at Halloween. That was good for them.
Also, this movie had a great viral marketing campaign.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't see any ads for it.
Anytime they do this, it's usually in California, in LA. So they paid actors to go to major sporting events in the U.S. Then be on camera behind the dugout. And they were just smiling very creepily at the camera. And this actually made national news in the U.S. Right. Okay? Well, this was on the news all across the U.S.
Right.
So when you do something like that, it gets people talking.
Right.
So anyway, and apparently from all accounts, people are really enjoying it.
Okay.
I can't comment because I haven't seen it, but Paramount is just killing it lately. They're getting all the hits.
They are?
Top Gun Maverick is the biggest movie of this year.
I guess so. I didn't see it, but I'm not into
Tom Cruise's first $1 billion movie. Everyone just kept going to see it.
Okay.
I saw it. It was alright. It wasn't really for me.
Yeah,
it's not my kind of movie.
I'm not into car
I'm not saying anything bad about it at all. So Andor, which I haven't seen the new episode of Andor yet. I'm going to watch it right after this.
Tonight.
But Andor Season 2 begins filming on November 21st of this month.
Oh, okay.
According to Discussing Film.
How many seasons is it proposed to be?
I don't know. That would be something I would have to look up.
Wait. Sometimes with these shows, they already know they're going to do like 4 seasons. Whereas other ones, they have to wait to be renewed. But with this, it's probably already written.
Maybe.
How many they want to have. But even saying that, sometimes though they might merge episodes or change episodes. I'm enjoying how many episodes we're getting out of Andor. It's been really... it's going to be exciting tonight, I think. Going to see if they get out of jail. Or drown.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to watch it. I've already heard good things about it.
Where are they going to go? They're on a watery planet with no land that I could see.
Okay.
Maybe there's land.
So they're already going to set to film the next season. So they're ready to go on this.
Oh, that's good.
The Lucasfilm finally had a win on this because the last few Star Wars things, people haven't received them that well.
No.
Obi-Wan wasn't received that well.
It was okay. Excuse me. It was alright, but...
Book of Boba Fett was not well received.
Well, they should have known that. It wasn't written.
Well, you and I really enjoyed The Bad Batch.
Oh,
I don't think a lot of other people are watching about that stuff, but we'll talk about the Star Wars animated shows and movies another time. They're really good.
We could do a whole show on that.
Yeah, exactly. Production has started on Star Wars The Acolyte, and we talked about the cast members. There was a whole bunch of them. What else we got here?
Excited about that.
Ryan Reynolds has confirmed that Deadpool 3 will begin filming before next summer, according to the Direct. It's been a while since we had a Deadpool movie.
I think it was, perhaps it was before the pandemic. That's why it seems like a while.
Yeah, it seems like a long time.
Pre-pandemic, so the pandemic stretched out the years.
Because 20th Century Fox Studios was bought and taken over by Disney.
Yes.
So with that changeover and now now the new studio, 20th Century Studios, it's been renamed, has to put out this movie.
Well, hopefully it's
we've been waiting a while on that. Oh, there is a new Shazam 2 poster.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put it up in the screen here for everyone. And
it'll be here somewhere.
Okay. We're at the release date is March 17th, 2023.
Okay.
That's pretty soon.
We might be getting a lot of content in 2023 when things get caught up.
We are, but
this year has been pretty
They've been advertising this for a little bit, so this movie's got to be ready to go. They're probably just working on the visual effects and finishing up.
Good.
So yeah, that's not long from now. I'm looking forward to that one. The first one was great. What do we got here? New Disney Plus show, Ironheart, that was announced a while ago.
Ironheart, okay. What is that all about?
It's one of those derivative characters.
Like Braveheart?
No.
Oh.
So Ironheart is a new character from within the last 5 or 6 years, and because spoiler, if you haven't seen the movie Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark is dead in the MCU. So now it's a new character, and she builds her own Iron Man suit.
Okay.
And she becomes Ironheart.
Okay, well, hope she's not as much a jerk as he was.
That's a pretty high bar. You really don't like that guy.
I don't like that guy, no.
Okay, that's not the news. This show was announced a long time ago.
Okay. Well, news for me.
Disney Plus show, it was announced that this will be a direct sequel to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, which is coming out this Friday.
Right.
And that's also from the Direct.
Okay, so then this one will be after that. So it'll be continuing. But the thing is, yeah, you gotta keep up with them all, because you forget what's happening. So many things going on in that universe. They should hand you a pamphlet when you go to the movie that gives you a summary of what's happened.
Or they could just get Michael Pena to do the recap each time as Luis from Ant-Man. That would be great.
We need a big recap now because it's getting tangly.
There's a new trailer, but we didn't get time to watch that. Oh, there's a whole bunch of rumors about Warner Brothers DC movies and directors. Have you heard about this?
No.
Entertainment
How do you hear about things from you, really?
So the upcoming The Flash movie,
yes,
which may get renamed, may not, because of all the Ezra Miller scandals.
Redone, recast.
No, it's all done. They're going to release it. They have to.
Well, remember that whole thing with the mustache when they did they pencil in the mustache?
Mustache Gate. That's a whole other. We could do a whole show on that. Let's not bring up that.
Change his head and change him into somebody else for the whole movie.
In case you don't know, Ezra Miller has been involved in a lot of scandals in the last couple of years, and he's gone
off the rails.
He's not really a good guy. So he's got some problems. Apparently, he's getting help now. We'll see what happens.
He might have to go to jail
he might end up getting convicted and go. I think that one report said he could get up to 26 years. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Ezra Miller, okay?
Maybe they could just put one of those blurry things.
The director of the upcoming Flash movie is Andy Muschietti.
Okay.
And he's made some really good movies for Warner Bros. They've made a lot of money recently. It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2.
Okay, the It movies.
Okay, those made a lot of money. And now he's made this Flash movie.
Okay.
And it's not his fault that the actor went crazy and decided to just, run from the authorities and break up and terrorize the people of Hawaii.
Right.
Okay? So this director, Andy Muschietti, has made a really good Flash movie. All reports have said this.
Okay.
So there's rumors going around that he might be the next director for the next Justice League movie.
Well,
Okay.
It's been a low bar set there, so I don't think he has to do too much.
That's another story. That's another long story about DC movies. The other rumor, well, it wasn't. I don't think it was a rumor. It was confirmed by one of the sources. Was that the new Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav met with Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And Christopher Nolan.
Oh, okay.
Two really high-profile directors.
Big deal guys.
Okay. I mean, some people say Spielberg is the best director of all time because he has so many amazing movies.
I prefer, Kubrick was really a great director, too. There's style.
Oh, definitely. Everyone I said some people are.
Quality.
He may not be your favorite.
Well,
but some people say yes because he has so many good movies.
Yeah, his movies are good. Okay. I don't know if he has a particular
style. So David Zaslav, head of Warner Brothers Discovery, met with these two directors and Peter Safran, who's the new co-head of DC Studios. Mm-hmm. And there's rumors going around that they're talking about getting one of them or both of them to direct the new Superman movie.
Okay.
Or producing it. This is a rumor. I can't confirm that. But there's all these rumors going around about what Warner Brothers is doing now.
Could be one of his favorite things. He's doing a lot of things he likes these days. Maybe he likes Superman. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Maybe.
Could be. We'll find out more, I guess.
Anyway,
it'll be in the news.
I just find there's a lot more rumors going around right now about movies and everything, but mostly just about DC and what Warner Bros. Is up to.
They might be trying to generate more excitement to compete with Marvel too.
Okay.
Could be a ploy.
So that's all the news that I have. That, and as you mentioned, Crown Season 5 is back as of today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be watching that this week on Netflix. If you haven't checked it out, great show.
I have another bit of news, a sad news.
Okay, you're supposed to start with the sad and end with the good.
Oh. Well, the lady the lady that's the main character in the Julie and Julia movie, who mm-hmm. wrote the book about that, and the movie was based on it. She's passed away at age 49. She was the lady
That's not very old.
No, I think she had a heart attack. So she basically, her book was called Julie and Julia: 365 Days, 524 Recipes, One Tiny Apartment Kitchen. And I love that movie. It's a great movie. It mm-hmm. has Amy Adams, and it has oh my goodness, what's Meryl Streep? Meryl Streep plays.
Mm-hmm.
Julia Child.
Are you a big Meryl Streep fan?
Not in particular, but I really like that movie. I also like The Devil Wears Prada.
You heard it here first, everyone. Christine hates Meryl Streep.
I don't hate Meryl Streep, but those two, I like that movie, Julie and Julia, and I also like Devil Wears Prada. She's in kind of similar. Anyway, that was sad. So that was a bit of news. Yeah. That was my sad news. Sorry, I should have led with that first.
You led with that when I asked you for news at the top.
I'm not used to this.
Okay.
It's new.
We got to jump into a good review then. Do you want to start with a review, or should I start with a review?
I'll start with a different kind of review, because this is a book.
Okay.
Now, I don't have much time to read, so I have been doing it by audiobook, and I'm mm-hmm. finding I'm getting through the books now, because really, for many years, I have not had a chance to read a whole entire book. But on the audiobooks, I'm going through, spending too much money on it, actually. Mm-hmm. I'm going through, one a week. So I just read The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. She wrote it during the pandemic, and mm-hmm. it came out, it's become a bestseller. Mm-hmm. It's, so when you think The Paris Apartment, you might think, oh, that sounds nice. You're in Paris, it's fancy, that kind of stuff.
Unless you're Liam Neeson's kid.
Well, in this case, it's really the underbelly of Paris, very seedy, problematic Paris that we're seeing.
Just modern Paris?
Oh, it's a modern book, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Written these days. It's about an apartment building. It's about family, good and bad, and mm-hmm. it's about Paris. Every major city, every city really, has a bad part to it.
If it's all about family, is this Fast and Furious set in Paris?
No.
Okay, because #family?
There's not one car in it. There's a moped in it.
Okay.
They mostly walk everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Or take the bus or the train. So no, there's no vehicles really.
No.
There's a bicycle
Fast
in it.
and the Furious fans out there will get that.
There's a bicycle in it. But I thought it's a very suspenseful type movie. It's a whodunit sort of thing. It's a mm-hmm. mystery. Yeah, I won't give any of it away, but I definitely recommend it. And it's told in each chapter is a different voice of a different character. So the main character is Jess, and she's from London, and she comes to Paris. This is her first time, really abroad. This is her first time going to Paris. And then there's others in the apartment building, and it's all told through their different voices. And so it's very
still kind of sounds like the plot of Taken. The first one.
No, it's not like that. Anyway.
Okay.
It's really good, and the ending actually gives you some satisfaction. And you're kept guessing the whole time.
Okay.
So I totally recommend it. It's a nice thriller. It's fun, and it's about family, the good and the bad. I'll say that.
This still sounds like the first Taken movie to me, but
No.
I'll take your word on that there.
No.
So, moving on, I'll do a review now. Oh, because mine's not as happy as yours.
Okay.
I didn't get to go see it last week. I had to cancel, but I had some time on Monday, so I was able to go see the new Banshees of Inisherin, which is from this year, and it's from Searchlight Pictures.
Yeah.
And it's one of these awards movies. So it is currently sitting at a really high rate on Rotten Tomatoes there. Let's see. It is currently sitting at 97% critic rating, which is certified fresh, and 81% audience score.
Okay.
Anyway, so I got to go see this on Monday, and it wasn't really that good.
You did not like it. It has Colin Farrell in it.
Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson.
Yes, Brendan Gleeson.
And it's from this year, and right on the poster it said that it won the award from the Venice Film Fair and from the Toronto International Film Fair.
Okay.
So you'd think that'd be really good. Instead, I go see it, and I try to leave my expectations at the door and just be like, this doesn't look like it's going to appeal to me.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm going to leave that at the door. I'm going to go. I'm going to see how it works out. Yeah. And then I'm going to give it a fair shake. Even 15 minutes into the movie, I had to remind myself, I'm like, no, don't fall into those preconceived notions. Because I was thinking, I'm like, oh man, this guy is just, what is this? Just looks so boring same as the trailer. So instead, I just went, okay, I'm going to give it a fair shot. And what can I say? It passed the time, but I was bored most of that time. And most of the time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, where is...
You just didn't get it, you think? Other people look like they liked it. Did you think you didn't get it?
Well, everyone's saying that they liked it. For the most part, I didn't think there was a story until I get to the end and I realize, okay, the whole movie is a metaphor for the Irish Civil War.
Are you sure that's what it is, or just someone said that's what it was?
Pretty sure. Okay, because they kept talking about the Civil War that's going on at the time. So that was in... When
this is a movie based in the past. It's not a movie in this time.
Yeah, so this is from June of 1923 to May 1923 was the Irish Civil War.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I had to look that up.
Okay.
So that's the timeline for this. It's in the 1920s.
Right.
Anyway, I watched this movie. I'm like, I don't know much about Irish history, so I'm just going to have to,
You're not very Irish.
No.
I'm 16%. So do you recommend...
And we're back! Sorry about that, everyone. We had some technical difficulties, which was all my fault. Anyway, Banshees of Inisherin.
You give it 2 thumbs down, 1 thumb up, 1 thumb down? You did not like it, I know.
The audience score is currently at 81. It was at 88 when I checked it yesterday.
Oh.
So it's going down a little bit, but still 81% is high.
That's pretty high, you would think.
I put a review on there, basically saying I thought it was rotten.
Right.
I give this a worst movie ever.
Okay.
The
acting is good, I'm guessing. It's just wasn't about anything.
The acting is good, but it's not really about anything until you get to the end and you realize this is all a metaphor.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, I get it, but I'm still bored most of this time.
Right.
Now, it's probably because I don't know that much about the Irish and the Irish history, so maybe I would appreciate it more if I did.
Again, they need to give you a handout. I think movies should come with a program.
This movie didn't speak to me. It was just two old, stereotypically Irish guys fighting and being Irish the whole time. I'm like, really?
It was in Ireland. They're Irish. Anyway.
Okay. I give this the worst movie ever. However, if you enjoy it, more power to you. I'm not trying to disagree with you. It wasn't for me.
Okay.
Okay, you want to go on to another review now?
Sure.
Or would you like me to do another review?
Oh, I can move on. What have I watched this week? Oh, I watched, I've been watching it. It's not the Magpie Murders. We have to get that right.
Okay.
It's Magpie Murders.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very clever show. It's a murder mystery in the type of Agatha Christie style, but it has a lot of twists to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about a writer and his editor from this time, but the writer has written a book back. It's after the Second World War, so it's probably late 40s or early 50s. And in that book, he has placed all kinds of characters from his own life, people that he knows are in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And when they sends the book to the publishers, they start reading it, his editors start reading it, and the last chapter is missing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whodunit without the whodunit. So, at the same time, he is murdered.
Mm-hmm.
So,
doesn't make any sense.
The author gets murdered.
Okay.
Or dies. Well, is he murdered? Is he not murdered? And they don't have the last chapter of the book. They don't want people to find that out because that could be very damaging. And the editor goes off to find where the last chapter is. Has someone stolen it? And she starts with all these people in the book are characters from his own life. So perhaps the murderer that murdered him is the murderer in the book in the last chapter that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back as basically the people from this time are doing things, and the book parallels them. They go back to like the 50s, late 40s, 50s, and those same characters are acting in the book.
Okay.
So I found it's very clever, and there's a few twists in it so far.
Mm-hmm.
And the editor, she's kind of the main character trying to find this chapter because they're in trouble if they don't have it. Right?
Okay.
And trying to guess who did it. Because perhaps if someone did kill him, is it the same person that stole the chapter? Is it the same person that he wrote that was the murderer? Anyway, there's more to it than that. But it's definitely fun. And if you like mysteries like I do, I definitely recommend it. Okay. Magpie Murders.
Where can people find this?
It's on PBS.
Okay. You might be the only person watching PBS.
Here, PBS has so many great shows. It's had Downton Abbey. You're right.
It's got Downton Abbey. People love that show.
Poldark, which I can talk about another time. I love that Poldark show. It has fabulous shows. It has all kinds of mystery. And it has my favorite show, Endeavour, that I love so much.
Okay.
So don't knock it. He makes fun of me. Showcase and PBS. 2 thumbs up. Listen, I get the content where the content is. Okay? That's how it goes.
Okay.
So I enjoy that.
What should I do? I should quickly review this.
You've been talking about it in the show.
Batman the Animated Series. Okay? You got me this.
Yes.
Months ago.
It's taking you a while to watch.
Well, it's probably long. Can't see this, but this is a 12-disc set. So
it fits in a very small package.
There's 12 discs as soon as you open this up. Okay?
Yeah.
Each one has got 6 discs in it.
Oh my gosh.
And each disc has 12 episodes on it.
Wow, that's a lot.
So it's taken me a long time to get through this.
Are you finished yet?
I finished it.
Oh, you did?
This past weekend I finally finished the complete animated series. I'm just going to leave that right there. Hopefully, Wade's still checking up on us there. So, I started watching this, I think, back in July. This first started airing back in 1992.
Okay, I was graduating high school.
So this has shows on it. There's 109 episodes that I watched, mostly from the first season. And then it finally ends, I think, in 1998 with there's 2 animated movies that they include in this. So I watched all 3 seasons, and then I watched the 2 animated movies, and it's taken me since July to get through it all.
And you've been watching it regularly.
Yeah, I can't say I've been watching it every day, but I've been trying to watch it regularly. Sometimes I only get to watch it once a week, because I just don't have the time.
So what did you think? You being a fan of Batman and...
Well... I'll just give you some information. This is the Batman that usually whenever hardcore Batman or DC fans, if you ask them who their favorite Batman is, it's this one. The actor who does the voice work, it's Kevin Conroy.
Okay.
It's usually who they'll say.
And this Batman, which Batman would you say he's similar to, like with the movies that people will be familiar with the different Batmans? Which one would it be similar to?
Not really any of them.
Oh.
Okay? Because it's just very, very different.
Oh, okay.
They're all very unique. Anyway, the whole point of this one is this is supposed to be a 40s noir Batman. This is like your granddad's Batman from the 40s.
Okay.
You know, pre-internet and cell phones and everything, right?
Well.
And he's wearing his ridiculous costume with his underpants on the outside, you know, like all the old guys did, and Robin's wearing tights.
Yes, Robin always wears tights.
So the first season, which is like 90 episodes or something, no, maybe like 80 episodes, it's very dark, and there's a lot of filler episodes through it, but the first season is much darker than all the others and deals with a lot more obscure stories in Gotham City.
Pulling out things out of the comics that are more obscure.
It has some really good origin stories and like pretty dark too.
Okay.
Is
it for kids?
It is for kids.
Oh.
Okay? So it's not that dark.
No.
But it's more the themes, okay? It's not like it's gruesome and showing blood or anything. No. I watched this, and, well, maybe kids shouldn't watch it then. You know, if I'm all messed up. It had a really good origin for Two-Face, for Clayface. It does origins for a bunch of the characters, not all of them. Oh, Harley Quinn. You know this character because this is one of the most popular DC characters now.
Oh, I haven't seen the movies with her in it, really.
Okay? This is where that character is from. It was created for this show.
Created for the show.
Yeah, it didn't. That character didn't come from.
Books.
No, not until it came into this show.
Oh, that's interesting.
They created that character just for the show. Which, similarly, they created the character of Batgirl specifically for the 1963 Adam West Batman show.
Okay. I'm not that familiar with Batgirl. I can guess she's a girl, and she dresses like Batman, but she's Batgirl, right?
Yeah, and drives a cool motorcycle.
Oh, they didn't give her a car?
Oh, she's got a cool motorcycle. She's a college student.
Give her a Corvette.
She's a college girl. That's why she's called Batgirl and not Batwoman.
It's cold on a motorcycle.
There's a different Batwoman, but that came way later.
Okay.
Anyway, getting back to this. So, first season's really dark. It's got some great episodes. Second season, it becomes more lighter, more kid-friendly, more family-friendly.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't before, but it becomes the adventures of Batman and Robin.
Okay.
So Robin is featured much more prominently.
Evens out a little bit more.
And then the third season is directed towards Warner. It was made for Warner Brothers Kids. So it's way more kid-friendly, and it's way more over the top. Not that it didn't have some funny, wacky episodes.
Right.
But some were it's like, who came up with this?
Right.
They just weren't for me. And then there's 2 animated movies. There's Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, which I'll put up on the screen, the poster for it.
Okay.
I always heard that was really good. I watched it. It's kind of bland.
Well, you're not a kid anymore. Maybe when you were a kid you would have liked it.
But then I watched the second one, Batman Sub-Zero from 1998. It was
Okay.
really good.
Okay.
And it wasn't just because it was an hour long, which is always good when movies are short.
You get so impatient. You like the short things.
Not if they're good.
Well, even if they're good, you still get like.
Not if they're good. I was just watching Bullet Train not too long ago, and it was great. And that movie's got to be like 2.5 hours. So it took me several months, but I finally got through my Batman the Animated Series, all 12 Blu-ray discs. Thank you very much for that gift, dear.
You're welcome.
And now I'm moving on to a different show.
Okay.
So, mind if I jump into my last review, or did you want to review something else?
Go for it.
So my last review, which will just be a short one, is I started watching Avenue 5 again on HBO.
Right, which I like.
Yes, you really like it.
I love it.
So I'm trying to get into watching it. Because you go on about how good it is. I'm like...
Well, you hear me laughing when I'm watching it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. She just howling throughout the house because it's so funny. So I started watching it. First couple of episodes, I didn't really laugh because I've seen both of them before. In fact, it's probably my third time watching the first episode.
Right.
Because I keep trying to watch it, and then I'm like, no. And I know I watched the second episode.
Okay.
By the third episode, I started getting a little bit of laughs.
And
then 4 and 5, because I'm only 5 episodes in, there has been a couple of decent laughs, but they're kind of few and far between.
I don't mind
so
at all.
I'm watching this show, and to me it's supposed to be a space comedy, but if you take the comedy out, then it just becomes like a space drama, and it's really well made because it's people that are marooned in space.
Well,
okay, that's not a spoiler. That's the whole premise of the show.
I don't know who wrote it, but I'm guessing they're Irish, because the whole thing is like, we think this is bad. Wait till you see the next episode.
Okay,
basically,
it's just what kind of misery can we impose on each other?
It's all about the misery and how miserable it gets. And it gets more and more miserable and more unbelievably miserable. And the characters reacting to how miserable it's getting. And now the episode that I just watched this week, it's really going to get bad.
Is that a theme for our episode today? Irish stereotypes?
Maybe. I don't know if they're Irish. But when I think of, like, taking pride in your misery, well, they have good bragging rights on that show. Because I tell you, that's what is so funny. And you're just like, oh my god, they're not doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe how bad it is. And who's your favorite character on the show?
My favorite character? Well, not Judd.
The characters are very well developed on the show. That's why I really like it, too. Because the character development is really there for all of the characters.
Yeah, even just the random passengers that you deal with. Everyone's pissed off on the show, and as it's gone from episode 1, it's progressed up to episode 5 where I am, where everyone just starts acting meaner and meaner to each other, and they just start getting ruder and ruder. So,
well, they're getting very irritated.
Yes, we'll go to because it's a space cruise, and they're marooned, so they're stuck on this cruise ship, okay, but just in space.
It's nicely designed.
And it keeps... Oh yeah, the show is beautiful. That's not my problem with it. It's completely well made. All the acting is amazing in it.
They even have a poop rainbow. Okay. Have you seen the poop rainbow yet?
Yes, I have. But dear, you're spoiling stuff.
Oh, well, that doesn't spoil it. But
okay, you're spoiling stuff for people. Okay.
Okay.
Things keep getting worse for these people, and so when they go to the cafeteria or the restaurant and they order something, the staff are just being incredibly rude to them. And they're just, because they're just sick of them. And they're stuck with them. Well,
they have to work together because they're going to be on this... It keeps on changing how many months/years they're going to be stuck on this ship.
Yeah, I've noticed that so far.
And,
it does keep changing.
But they all have to work together, and their personalities are all really different.
So the storytelling is interesting. Just not all of the comedy is working for me.
Oh.
But everything else is... It's HBO, so it's top notch.
I think it's really brilliant.
Nothing is more subjective than comedy.
Right.
Okay? So they got this beautifully made show with top talent, top actors. I'm sure the crew's amazing. The production values are amazing. The writing is quite good, but the comedy isn't working for me.
Oh, I think you gotta get to know the characters more.
I thought of a comparison. If you were watching Gilligan's Island, but it wasn't funny to you.
Well, you also didn't think Seinfeld was funny.
I don't think Seinfeld is funny.
This is a similar type of humor. I think it's just not your type of humor.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. And,
fair enough.
The past 2 episodes haven't been as funny, but the one before those, they're going 3 back, oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I can't say. But I recommend you watch it.
Okay, fair enough.
I find it's really funny. And it'll always give you a chuckle. And it's always interesting. No matter what. what's going to happen next is the question, right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I find I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to, well, soon, I think I'm probably halfway through this season. It'll be over soon. Hopefully they'll have another season. We'll have to see if they ever get back to Earth.
Oh my goodness, we just got our first fan mail.
Oh!
From Online Dating Life.
Oh my god.
This year's online dating destination. Our members are looking for serious partners. Click to sign up today. Well, thank you,
We got spammed.
Thank you, Online Dating Life.
We got spammed. Anyway, well, Avenue 5, I totally
We haven't gotten any fan mail yet.
Oh, that's okay. So. That's okay.
If anyone's nice enough to watch our show, thank you very much. I'm trying to improve it each show. I try to make more improvements and get better at it. Last episode I did the video editing and I put in the posters there between us.
Yeah, everyone liked that.
So if you liked it, if you didn't...
Poster here. It's imaginary.
I'm just not going to put one in then, just while you're doing
green screen instead of a red screen.
Yeah, because I can pay for a green screen. Anyway, if people want to send us an email, you can. It's Canada Movie TV Hosers at gmail.com. I will put that on the screen, and I will put that in the description below. If I can figure it out, I'm going to put in the comments option because a couple of our episodes didn't have that.
Okay.
So if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe to our channel. That'll help us out a lot. You can also leave a comment. That's supposed to help out as well because then more people will see it and it's supposed to suggest it for other people.
Okay. You're assuming it'll be a positive comment.
Well, we want to be positive here.
We can also get some haters.
Even if we don't like things, we want to build a positive community here. So you don't like the Eternals, okay, for instance? Just say why. Okay, I'll say why I liked it. Here's what worked for me. And then we move on to the next thing. You wouldn't believe
how many times we've talked about the Eternals.
This is going to be a theme. Okay? This is the theme of the show, whereas the theme of this episode is you want to talk about the Irish a lot. I should have got into talking about the other movie I watched recently, Sausage Party, which does have an Irish stereotype in it, but has stereotypes for everyone in it.
Yeah, I saw it.
This is hilarious. From 2016, Sausage Party.
I thought it was a bit crude. That's when I saw it.
I'm going to go into a full review, but...
Okay, next time. Well, I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah, so you can reach us... Canada Movie TV Hosers at gmail.com. I also set up a new Twitter account for that. It's at Canada Hosers. You can find me at St. John's Critic on Twitter. And if you want to contact us, you can use the hashtag Canada Hosers. And I put all my reviews on there.
Okay.
And I use that hashtag. So I'll look that up. And if people want to send us an email or a comment or something, then I'll read that out on the show. Other than that, I think that's everything.
Okay.
So
we'll sign off.
Thank you very much for watching it, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.